Merhaba arkadaşlar, hoş geldiniz. Kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. En son ateş tanrısını yenmiştik. Toplamda 9 tanrı vardı. İllüzyon tanrısını yendik. 7 tane daha tanrı yenmemiz gerekiyor. Yani boss savaşı yapmamız gerekiyor ki Dillian'ı Hell'den kurtaralım. Hell'e gitmeye çalışıyoruz. Senua'nın sevgilisi. Konu bu şekilde. Şansa da oyuna girdim tam. Yayın başlattım. Oyundan attı. Tekrar girdim oyuna. Evet, burada savaştık. Aynen. Evet bakalım.
Truth was a troubled man.
Dertli bir adamdı.
Scholar turned slave.
Esir düşen bir bilge. Onu işkence
They
ettiler.
tortured him.
Baskınlarına götürdüler ve
Took him with them
çıldırttılar.
on their raids.
Karanlığın bu yeni türünü
Drove him to
yeni dünyalara
madness.
yaydılar. Benim dünyama.
Spreading this
Aslında
evil
beyler bayanlar,
new world
Senua akıl hastası.
to my world.
İçindeki karanlık günden güne büyüdükçe büyümüş. Büyüdükçe bu seviyelere gelmiş. Bir de sevgilisi ölünce kendi zihninde kurduğu aslında hayal dünyasında savaşıyoruz. Onun da bilgisini vereyim size. Oradaki bölümde bunlara bakarak yani bunlara bakıyorduk, etraf ateş alıyordu, böyle farklı bir illüzyon oluyordu bize karşı.
Senua saw a deep connection form
Onlar
between the
bittiği için
Northmen
tabi tekrar aynı şeyleri
and
yapmıyor.
darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him. Until she too could see what he saw.
Şu an bir kafamızı toparlayalım, ne yapmamız gerektiğini bir hatırlayalım. Aslında ara vermeden güzel, hızlı bir şekilde oynamak lazım. Araya birkaç gün girdiği zaman hani son yaptığınız şeyleri hatırlamakta zorluk çekiyor olabilirsiniz. Bu benim geldiğim yoldu. Aynen, bu kapılardan geçtik. Bir daha bir bakayım da. Sonra uğraşmayalım tekrar. Köprüyü açmıştık sanırım. Doğru, şu yukarı çıkmıştık. Yukarıdan simgeleri bulmuştuk. Buraya geldik. Burada savaştık. O zaman geldiğimiz yönden geri döneceğiz. Burada yapacak bir şey kalmamış. Tamam, buraları hatırladık. Atmosfer, müzik sesleri falan çok iyi ya. Bir gök gürlemesi var. Hani gerçekten oradaymış gibi hissettiriyor kendini. Sesler falan.
Have you ever died before?
Daha önce öldün mü? Bu ciddi bir
Serious
soru.
question.
benlik illüzyonunun parçalandığında
When the illusion of
artık
self
var
is
olamazsın.
shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died. And she will do so again.
Biz öldükçe sanırım karanlık ilerliyor. Sağ kolumuzda var, elimizden doğru, yukarı doğru çıkıyor. Artık bu kapıdan geçebileceğiz galiba. Bayrağın işareti ve surt işaretiyle Hamlet'e giden bıçaklar nehrin üzerinden geçebilirsin. Eksik yazmışlar son kelimeyi galiba. Evet. Sol taraf illüzyon tanrısıydı. Sağ tarafta ateş tanrısı. İkisini de yendik. Şimdi bu alana geri geldik. Buradan kapıdan geçeceğiz. Öyle tahmin ediyorum ben. Bakalım. Kapının açılma sesi gelseydi bari. Karanlık, karanlık. Sızılar sürekli kulağımızda. Gene hayal görmeye başladık.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Öf. Sevginin öyle yaptıklarını görünce nasıl öldüğünü mü gösteriyor sevgilisinin?
In
Oh.
this waking nightmare,
İnsanı uyandıran bu kabusta tüm rüyaların gerçek olduğu, kontrolü eline geçirmenin, toparlanmanın bir
you
yolunu
search
aradın.
for control. A way to pull through. When you were in love,
Onu severken içindeki sesleri bastırmak, korkularını def etmek için gözyaşlarıyla bıraktın. Fakat karanlıkta birlikte onlar da geldi. Fırtınalı kara denizlerde bu sahillere hücum etti.
through stormy black seas, they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams?
Dilyan'a doğru gidiyor galiba.
That you're home. He's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoiled
Of.
by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now
Bu mu Dilyan?
to win.
Eyvah eyvah.
In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul.
Abi müzikleri efsane ya. Tüylerim diken diken
Must
oldu.
carry his vessel to bring him back home.
Onu eve getirmek için başını taşımalısın.
They can break you, but not your promise.
Seni yaralayabilirler
Death will
ama
keep
verdiğin
you
sözü
apart.
bozamazlar.
Through this darkness
Ölümün-
you will find him.
Ölüm bile sizi
If your
arayamayacak.
sword still beats.
Karanlığında onu bulacaksın. Kılıcında hala atan bir yürek var. Ne oldu, bayıldık mı? Bir şey mi oldu ya?
The darkness touched you.
Karanlık sana
Everyone could
dokundu.
see it in the hollows of your eyes.
Göz çukurlarından,
A gaze
yaşamdan vazgeçmiş bakışlarından anlaşılıyor.
from life.
Onu herkes görebilir. Ondan kaçtın ama onu
You ran from
daha da
it,
yakına
brought it
getirdin.
nearer,
Onu Dillion'a
led
getirdin.
it to him.
Ölümünden de kötü sonsuz bir
An
ıstırap.
endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to
Çok fena
surrender,
bakıyor ya.
abandon to find
Ve
peace with
teslim
the
olmak mı
gods.
istedin? Tanrılarla anlaşmak için onu terk etmek mi istedin? Hayır.
The darkness won't
Karanlık buna
allow.
izin vermeyecek. Bu yüzden canavarın
So
yuvasına
you will
gideceksin.
walk into the lair of
Onun
the
gözlerine
beast,
bakacaksın ve savaşı
look
başlatacaksın.
it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission.
Bu senin amacın.
This
Bu
is your
senin görevin.
quest.
Başka hiçbir şey
There
kalmadı.
is nothing else left.
Tamamdır. Amacımız Dillion'u kurtarmak. Hell'e gidiyoruz. Savaşarak mı gideceğiz oradan?
The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling. Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
Alayınız gelin lan. Köprünün üstünde kesmeyen adamı serdaş değil.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another change.
Of, ne oldu be? Bayağı büyük galiba. Büyük mü konuştuk acaba?
Remember the warrior. Behind you! He can read. Take him down. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike him.
Kalabalık geldiler ama affetmedik. Evet, 3 tane pardon. Harf bulacağız. Herme yolculuk hiçbir zaman basit değildir. Herkes kendi yolunu bulmalıdır. Onun sırasıyla birlik ol ve kendi sırlarını bul. İlk önce X'i bulacağız. Burada X varmış. Bakalım. X yukarıda. X'in bacaklarını gördüm. Biraz geri gelirsek belki X'i yakalarız. Yukarıda da bir şeyler var ama yukarı mı çıkacağız acaba? Bir bakalım da bulamazsak geliriz buraya.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess.
Dişi bir dev tarafından korunuyormuş
She will
köprü.
ask your lineage.
Sana adını, soyunu ve işini soracak.
The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Burada köprü gözüküyor. Biraz önce var mıydı o köprü orada? Demek ki böyle olaylar da var. Ben sadece illüzyon tanrısında olacak zannediyordum böyle şeyler ama öğrenmiş olduk. Buradaki kapıyı açıyor mu? Bir de S var galiba burada. Tamam, X yapıyoruz da bu değil galiba ya.
Senua.
Buraları merak ettim. Gidiyor mu oraya? Gidiyor.
Oh, Senua. Your father does not hate me. He just fears the souls in the underworld. He cannot see that they are already afraid. But I am their healer, and I must answer their cries for help, even if it displeases him. Ben ilk önce etrafı gezmeyi seviyorum da. Ondan sonra harflere daha detaylı kafa yoracağız.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
X aşağıdayken çıkıyor. Aşağıdayken X'i bulalım. Bir bakalım nasıl bir şey X çıkar. Etrafa bakalım iyice. Bir de bu taraftan bakalım diyecektim. Bulduk X'i. Sırada hangi harfler var? S'ye benzeyen bir harf var. Bir de sol taraftaki kurdele gibi olan. Buldum da. Biraz daha mı? Tamam. İkisi harfi yapmışlar. S harfi yapmışlar. Şimdi diğerini bulmamız lazım. Kolaymış ya, bunu direkt bulduk. İlk X uğraştırdı bizi. Ama güzel yanı ne? Şu tek parçaya 3 tane şekil oluşturmuşlar. Yani güzel bir hareket yapmışlar orada. Evet. Gitgide daha çok karanlığın içine giriyoruz.
The gate is opening.
O dediği kadınla mı karşılaşacağız orada acaba? Kapı açılıyor.
It's coming.
Neden?
That song again.
Yine o şarkı. Bu Hela.
It's Hella.
Yes. The
Evet,
source of
karanlığın
the
kaynağı
dark.
geliyor. Bu senin
It's
fırsatın.
coming. This is your moment.
Oo,
I'm sorry.
üzgünüm. Bunu izleyemem.
What are you doing?
Ne yapıyorsun?
You're showing
Zayıflık
weakness.
gösteriyorsun. Kalk. Sen bir savaşçı değil,
You're not a
bir üst
warrior.
gördüsün.
You're a
Tanrılar bunun için
disgrace.
seni cezalandıracak. Kılıcını al.
The
Al çabuk.
gods will punish you
Karanlıkla
for this.
savaş. Ona karşı koy.
Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Kılıcımı kırdı. Hell. Yine onun derinliklerine ulaşıyor. Fırtına,
Stormy
denizler ve
seas
kayıp
and lost
ruhlar.
souls.
O daha önce bu rüyayı gördü.
She's dreamt of this before.
Rüyaların anlarımızın
They say
yansımaları
dreams are
olduğunu,
visions of our
kalp
memories,
gözümüzün
thoughts
gördüğü
and
düşünceler ve
fears.
korkular olduğunu
They're seen by
söylerler.
our inner eye.
Hell bu mu? Senua'nın
But
kabuslarıyla
what if
şekillenmiş.
each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us?
Kılıç kırıldı, ne yapacağız?
Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be? Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on. There.
İyice kafayı yedi bizimki.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on?
Öldük mü biz?
Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a
Sıkıntılar
memory,
yaşadığımızı söylüyor demek ki ölmedik.
a feeling,
Hayal görüyoruz galiba tekrar.
a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. Listen to it. Don't give up.
Bana bak Senua. Pes etme.
It's not real.
Bu şekilde değil.
It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe
Fena çizmişiz kendimizi. Bana inanıyor musun Senua? Bize inanıyor musun? Julian'ın sesi mi acaba bu?
it's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
Lütfen gel bana.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't
Aşağı
be
doğru
him.
git.
It's a trick.
O.
It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Şu an kontrol bende. İstediğim gibi yönlendiremiyorum ya. Bir garip koşuyor.
There it is. You're imagining things. It's Dylan. He's gone. He's gone. Slow. How could you? How could you keep going? Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told you. Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Viking gemileri gibi yapmışlar bunları ya.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbel made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Valla rastgele gördüğüm boşluğa doğru koşuyorum ama bakalım bizi nereye çıkaracak. Eğer bir yerde tıkanırsa bulamazsak yolu geri dönüp etrafa güzelce bakacağız.
It's already disappeared.
Burada hiçbir şey yaşamıyor. Sen bile yaşamıyorsun.
It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was,
Karşıda bir ışık var.
lone figure.
İşte oradaydı. Bir ağacın gölgesinde kılıçla oynayan yalnız görünümlü bir çocuk. Senua. Onu ilk gördüğü anı hatırlıyor. Genç gözleri onu dans ettiğinde sanki dünyada onunla dans ediyormuş gibi görüyordu. Kasvet kalktı ve yıllar sonra ilk defa bir umut ışığı hissetti.
Danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt.
İşte orada, ağacın altında.
He's there, under the tree.
İzlet, izlet. O ölüm diyor.
You have to keep Dillian waiting. Keep going.
Sızıntılar sürekli söyleniyor bize. Şuradan geçebilir miyiz acaba? Ha, bu neymiş?
The Northmen tell of a great hero.
Kuzeyliler büyük bir kahramandan bahseder. Adı
His
Sigmund'dur.
father's hall was built around
Babasının
a great
konağı
tree.
dev bir ağacın
And one day,
çevresine inşa edilmiştir.
Odin
Günün birinde
comes
Odin
and
ağaca
thrusts a
kılıcını
sword
saplamış,
into the tree, a
çıkarılabilecek
gift
kişiye
never
bir
dies.
hediye vaat
Many
etmiştir.
tried.
Pek çok kişi denese de o kılıcı Sigmund çıkartabilmiştir.
His brother-in-law, King
Kayınbiraderi
Sigurd,
Kral
wants it.
Singer bunu
But Sigmund
ister
refuses
ve
it.
Sigmund tarafından
So King
reddedilince
Sigurd
intikam
plots revenge.
planı yapar.
He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast. But when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Sigurd captures Sigmund and his brothers and steals his covenant sword.
Merak ettim, yüzecek mi acaba? Bir sınır, bir limit var mı suda? Aynen, gitmiyor bu kadar. Şu karşıdaki ağacın oraya gidiyoruz. O aşağıda bahsettiği kılıç sanırım ağacın altında. Yeni kılıç alacağız o zaman biz. Bizim kılıç kırıldı ya. Şurada bir tünel var. İyice yavaşladık biz. Daha yeni hızlı koşuyordu. Suya girdik de mi oldu?
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left.
Nasıl bir psikopatlık ya bu?
The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well,
Hizmetçi yüzüne bal süsünü de göndermiş.
when the she-wolf
O gece
appears
dişi
again,
kurt tekrar oraya geldiğinde ne olduğunu hayal
guess
edemez.
what happens.
İyice yoruldu bizimki ya, yürümüyor. Suya girdik diye değil galiba ya. Normalde burada yavaşlayacaktı herhalde. Oyunun senaryosu gereği.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
İşte orada karşıda.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Do you really think it's real? You want to believe
gerçek olduğuna inanmaya çalışıyorsun ama o bir hayal. Savaşamıyorsun bile. Bakalım. Cengo ne yapıyorsun? Hoş geldin. 4. bölümü çekiyorum ya.
It's just deception.
Önceki yaşadığı yeri mi gösteriyor acaba? Etraf çok güzel.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew.
Müzikleri çok güzel ya.
Dance with it, just like he does.
Biraz ses açacağım burada. Umarım yankı yapmaz size. Dillon'u mu görecek acaba sevgilisi? Yaşadığı kasabayı gösteriyor sanırım. Çiçekler çok güzel, her taraf. Yepyeşil, rengarenk. Doğadaki her ton var. Çok huzur verici ya, çok güzel. Senua'nın karakterini canlandıran kadının dişlerini bile birebir yapmışlar Senua'da.
Senua,
Senua.
Haven't seen you before.
Seni daha önce görmedim.
I'm not. I don't
Şey,
know much.
ben evden pek ayrılmam.
Zenua's
Ah.
daughter.
Zenua'nın kızı.
I have to go.
Wait,
Gitmeliyim. Bekle. Sana böyle dövüşmeyi kim öğretti?
No one.
Hiç kimse.
no one.
Hiç kimse mi?
Well,
Yani
I watched you
seni izledim ve
and
You
tüm bunları beni izleyerek mi öğrendin?
from watching me?
Evet.
You should become a warrior, you know.
Bir savaşçı olmalısın.
me.
Biliyorsun. Ben mi?
I'm Dillian.
Ben
I'm
Dillon.
here for the warrior trials.
Savaşçı sınavları için buradayım.
Just come and watch.
Sen de gelip izlemelisin. Ve kılıcını
Bring your
getirmelisin.
sword.
Dillon'la nasıl tanıştılar onu gösteriyor galiba. Anlatması imkansız. Seni teselli etmesi, güvende hissettirmesi gereken birinin gözlerine baktığın o an
Make you feel safe.
bir anlık bir şey değiştir. Bir anlık bir şeydir.
Before you have a chance to
Sen
make
daha bir
sense of
anlam
it.
çıkarma şansına sahip olmadan korku seni yutar ve karanlık kimliğinin bir parçası haline gelir.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her.
Kuzeyler öldürmüş
There's
Dillon'u.
no going back to how
Oo,
things
ağaçta o kadar insan yapmışlar. Köylerin
But
ağacıymış
there's
o
nothing
ağaçta.
to go back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
Stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here,
No.
and all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
I promise. Söz veriyorum.
By the tree. Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free.
Vay be,
After his
Sigmund'a bak.
escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure. Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's empty. It's coming from there. And there. What are they? Look. Where's it coming from? She started something.
Onlar neymiş ya etrafta?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shards. Go to the shards. What's the shard?
Parçalar git. Metal olan.
The metal
Tamam.
runestones.
Gidelim bakalım. Şurada bir tane parça varmış. Şuradan başlayalım. Sınavlara mı sokacak şimdi o kılıcı alabilmemiz için? Tamir edebilmemiz için bizi bakalım.
Shards.
Biraz hızlı gitse çok yavaş gidiyor.
Where is it? Find it. There it is. Focus. Focus. Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you see? Go to it. It's not safe. Don't go near it. Move closer.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. but the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn. And it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and it forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Do this. Turn back. Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
O nasıl bir ses ya? Ben bile korktum burada. Buradan ses geliyor.
I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Bunları yakıyor mu acaba? Yaktı.
There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally. You found him.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
Let him go. Let him.
Just wait there. I'll find you.
You have to find him. This is your mission. Find him. You have to use everything you have and find him.
Bu taraftan gitmiyor, bunlar açmıyor.
How could you lose him? How could she lose him? How could she? Find him.
Burada bir şey yok o zaman. Bakalım iyice. Burada bir kapı daha varmış.
I'll find him.
Onu bulacağım, duyuyorum.
What was that? Did you hear that? Nothing.
Don't touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
Find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find another way.
Think. Focus. Use
Ya
your
fokus diyor.
Disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers once again.
Look, bak diyor.
Think clearly. You have to find another way. There
another
has to
way.
be another way.
I can hear him.
Onu duyabiliyorum.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herva, the daughter of a berserker born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Sese doğru gidiyorum. Sesler sağ taraftan geliyor. Şu karşı taraftaki kapıdan geliyor.
You don't recognize it. Don't doubt
Sesini
yourself.
dinle.
You'll never find it. She doesn't.
Bizimki hala dil yönü arıyor da.
Yes, you do. You know where you are. She doesn't.
Listen for his voice. Listen.
Dillian, where are
Listen
you?
for his voice.
Dillian, it's not him.
Bu o değil.
We told you.
Sana bunun bir tuzak olduğunu söylemiştik.
It's a trick.
İyice yaklaştık.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian anymore.
What's happening?
Artık Dillion'un sesine benzemiyor.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him. It doesn't sound like Dillian.
What's in there? What is it?
A secret room.
How do you get in there?
That voice. It's not Dillian.
Bu Dillion değil.
Find a way.
Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way.
You're too close to stop. What's in there?
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Dillion korkumla yüzleşmemi istiyor. Bakalım korkusu neymiş.
Father?
Baba, ben ayrılıyorum. Karar verdim. Bence benim için iyi olacak.
I'm leaving.
İlk korkusu babası mıymış? Babası eziyet etmiş galiba buna çok büyüyene kadar.
Good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chieftain's son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
İlk görev tamam.
It's done. You did it, but there's more.
Tamam. En azından hızlı koşmaya başladık. Diğerlerini de halledelim.
There's still more. There's always more.
İkinci sıramamız neymiş bakalım. Bu aradan geçemiyoruz mu ya?
Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy? She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much to do.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
You want to see what the mask sees? No, she doesn't. Don't look. Where are we? What is this? It's the same.
Aa, dünya da işte.
It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay?
Bu fısıltılar bize yardımcı oluyor ya.
It's
Onları dinleyerek hareket ettim. Kolay oldu.
bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will
He
injure
loves
him,
you.
Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Herhalde diğer maskeden de şekli bulmak için gideceğiz. Öyle tahmin ediyorum, bakalım. Ama bir dakika. Köprüyü indirmedik.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. Dillian, there he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go. Dillian, don't lose him.
Diğer tarafta da maske var mı, ona bakacağım.
Always let him disappear. Dillian, there he is. Quick. You have no chance. Ever again.
Burada bir şey yokmuş.
Killed him with your love because he believed in you.
O zaman doğru yoldan gelmişiz.
Most of the things
Diğer maskeden bakacağız. Sanırım yolumuz açılacak. Sonra şu şekli bulacağız. Şu kapıdan gireceğiz içeri. Bakalım. Bu maskeden bakınca ne değişecek? Çok merak ediyorum.
You are guilty. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong one.
Kapı açıldı buradaki.
He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark.
the world once seemed so simple.
Dünya bir zamanlar çok basit görünüyordu. Siyah ve beyaz. Karanlık ve aydınlık. Kendi çizdiğimiz dar ve ayrıcı çizgiler.
Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the glow. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Harfler belirmeye başladı ki kesin şekil burada bir yerde. Şu tarafta da olabilir mi acaba, bakalım.
You can't go up
You
there.
can't go up.
Burası
Not in
kilitli.
this world.
Not in this.
İlk önce şekli bulacağız bence buradan. Ondan sonra gideceğiz. Bakalım nerede olabilir.
He's the reason she keeps fighting.
Buldum. Burada güneşin yansımasına göre koyacağız sanırım. Aynen.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
Tamam, buradan çıkabiliriz.
Remember, Dillian. The dark world.
Without
Do you remember the sound of his voice? He was the only one that didn't mind the curse.
he led you astray.
You should have listened to your father when you had the chance.
There he is.
Where are you taking me?
He's up there.
Yukarı çıkmak için bir yol bulacağız. Ama bu ortada parçalanmış bir şeyler var. Biraz önce yaptığımız gibi yapacağız sanırım. Böyle bir açıdan bakınca orası tamamlanmış gözüküyordu.
The curse.
And now the darkness is swallowing you both.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" I did not
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior.
She thought she had light within her.
Friendship turned to love,
She is pure darkness.
but the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Sinbad and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies, "Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands." And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
These rooms mean nothing. It's all part of it.
Trials to distract you.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing?
Laughing at you.
What if they take you no
Closer
closer
to
to
me.
what love feels like?
Best Dillian can't be letting this get in his way.
If they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle.
Dillion doesn't know who killed him, but we do. Do you remember what love feels like? Dillion saved you from them. Does it feel warm? Do you feel safe?
Dillion loves you.
He saved you. He saved you.
Loves you.
You owe him. His love keeps you strong. Do you remember how he made you feel?
Benziyor işte.
What if they're all about
Tamam.
wasting your
Son bir şekil kaldı.
by minute by
O da tekrar yukarı çıkalım.
What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she
They mean nothing.
being special.
Waste of time.
Can't be a waste of her time. You didn't believe that.
The gods are just toys. Everyone else. What if the gods are laughing at them?
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be this.
Be the first time.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Hı, gördüm. Şurada galiba.
He saved you. He saved you.
Loves you.
You owe him. His love keeps you strong.
Ama arkasına geçeceğiz. Ters bizimki. Arkasına geçmek için bunu mu kullanacağız?
Your curse has claimed Dillion.
He didn't know. He was kind. Do you remember the way he touched you?
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship. They could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
She should have listened to him.
Why didn't she listen to him?
She thought she could defy him.
Was it why? You broke him. You killed him.
You couldn't see the darkness within you.
Tamam, olayı çözdük ya. Burayı da hallettik. Kılıcın 3. parçası, 2. parçasını da aldık. Son arada bir parçası daha kaldı. 3. Onu da aldık mı? Buradaki işimiz tamamlanacak.
He saw the warrior within. What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Everywhere. What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense?
The gods were lying. If you think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense. Worlds.
Evet. Sonunda.
Which you don't understand. Sinbel was right. You're wasting time. You're cursed. You'll never succeed. So, quicker. Dillian!
Dedim. Beni dinle. Hadi biraz hızlı ol. Hızlı ol biraz.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld and looked dimly upon the druids like her father, Sinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see. And he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly,
Do it.
the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
So, that's it. Quicker.
Quicker.
No! Where's he gone? It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to the... He's gone to the water.
Senin onun çilesi bitmedi ya.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness, there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me? I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
The breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from. The others.
Yes, you can.
The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I can't go on. Julian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
Aa, suya mı giriyoruz, ben anlamadım ya.
Reach the water.
Suya ulaştım. Güzel. Bu senin çıkış yolun. Yukarı doğru akıntıyı takip et.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua, my father, he taught me that the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. You proved that to me in the warrior trials. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't so bad. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. Seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end?
There's a waterfall. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Dillian. There's something in here.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
Gerildim ya. Geçtik ama aralarından. Onlara yakalansaydık ne olacaktı acaba?
I think I'm in a house.
Ev ölüm kokuyormuş.
Death.
The darkness is testing you. But you are in control.
Hop düşüyordum.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Aa, burada da var o yaratıklardan. Hop Allah üstüme geliyor.
Come to me, son.
Oh be çıktık.
I can see a light.
Yes. I can see you too.
Üçüncü parçayı da alacağız şimdi. Bunu aldığımız zaman kılıcı alabileceğiz. Herhalde 3 parça vardı toplam.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought
Hoş geldin.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
Şimdi tekrar deneyelim bakalım şansımızı. Kılıcı alabileceğiz mi?
Be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you. They're taking the inside. You're disappearing one memory at a time.
Yani görebildiğim kadar 3 tane vardı. Üçünü de hallettik. Yani dördüncü bir tane varsa arkada gizli saklanmıştır. Ona gitmemiz gerekebilir.
They're gonna take everything you have.
Ha bir tane daha varmış karşıda.
They belong to the gods.
Bu dördüncü o zaman.
Eating you from
Kaç
the
tane var?
inside. They want to kill your soul.
Sonuncu mu acaba bu?
I think they want your body, they want your soul. They want your mind and they're going to take it.
Bunu da halletmem
Memories
lazım.
were yours, but they're the gods now. Nothing is yours anymore. It's disappearing with your
I saw once a plague strike northern
Eskiden
lands of
kuzeyin
ice.
buzlu topraklarına vebanın bulaştığını hatırlıyorum. O kadar korkunçtu ki en yaşlılarımız bile böylesini görmemiştir. Yüzlerce kişi hayatını kaybetti.
The sickness took nearly every person
Hastalık
younger than
40
40
yaşından
and
küçük
many older.
herkese pek çok
And where
yaşlı aramızdan
dying
aldı.
mothers gave
Vebanın
birth,
izi ölmek üzere
The
olan
marks of the plague
annelerin
were
yeni
on
doğan
the babes as
bebeklerine
they
bile
came out
kaldı.
of the womb.
Şimdi bu hastalık bulaşıcı bir yere mi gireceğiz acaba? Onda mı sığınacaklar bizi? Bunları anlattı ya.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels.
What is this place?
What is this place? Burası neresi? Bakalım neresiymiş.
It feels
İyi, en azından o karanlıklardan kurtulduk. Mekanlar daha güzel.
Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. There he is.
Bakalım nerede yol var?
The light. Go
Dilin
towards it.
karşıdaymış.
He's in the house. He's going in. He's disappearing. Follow him. Don't let him disappear. Where's it gone?
Bataklığa atladık.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
The stench of rot.
Çürümenin pis kokusu.
Taste it. Do you smell it?
İyi ki güzel yer dedim ya, şuraya bak.
Don't worry.
Bataklığa düştük.
Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water,
Kapı mı?
she could taste the rot.
Ha, illüzyon tarzındaki gibi. Yol açılıyor buradan
She
bakınca.
knew something was wrong. Something.
Fısıltılar bize yol gösteriyor, güzel oluyor ya. Kapı falan dediler ya,
She
oradan
begged them to
anladım.
leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon
Aynen.
enough,
Felaket iğrenç, baksana şuraya.
bodies piled up. No one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
To the house. You have to find Dillian.
Bir tane daha kapı var. Oradan da arada başka yol açılacak. Ona bakmamız gerekiyor. Şu an zaten gidecek yerimiz yok. Şöyle bakayım. Neresi açılacak görelim. Burası değişiyor. Aynen, buradan gideceğiz. Bir tane daha var. Oraya bakalım.
That's it. You did it. She did it. It's not done yet. Just a small piece of the puzzle.
Gene bakacağız. Sanırım. Şöyle.
Found a way to climb the tower. The ladder. Quick.
Aynen. Çözdüm yolu ya. Çıkıyorum buradan.
A line to the truth. The bridge.
İyi de sağa sola bakmadan apar topar geldik buraya ama. Bir şey daha deneyeceğim. Köprüde bir değişme oluyor mu, ona bakıyorum da. Burada kırık bir yer var. Oraya bakarak düzelteceğiz o zaman. Şu açı güzel gel bakalım.
She did it.
Tamamdır.
Fixed it.
Bunu düzeltmek için gelmişiz buraya.
You succeeded. Now you have to find him. Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial. It doesn't finish until you get to the house. Before he disappears, Senua. You have to get
Senua!
in.
Come to me. Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him. You have to find him.
Dillian! They're coming for me!
You're dying. See, there's too much. Someone's calling you. Someone's calling you. Why are you? What's that voice? You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian. Go to him. Dillian doesn't. He's trying to save you. You killed him. You killed him. You killed him.
Ne oldu ya? Nasıl öldüğümü anlamadım ben. İlk defa öldüm sanırım.
It is. There it is. Huh? It's close. Two more. Run! Run now! Run! It's not safe here. Run! Senua, you don't run. Your sword. You came through the wrong door. Where's your sword? What did I do? Where are we? It's not safe. Where is it? I'm not safe. The light. Go towards it. Find us. Focus. Look. To find one more. One dance. Where is he? You've got them. Where's the door? Find the gate. Get out. Run. Look at you. Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague.
Salgın için beni
You say that I'm
suçluyorlar.
cursed.
Benim lanetli olduğumu ve bu kabileye karanlık
What if
getirdiğimi
they're
düşünüyorlar. Ya haklılarsa?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I am. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
You've done it. You did it. The warrior trials. Go get the sword.
Tamam. Dördünü de hallettik. Artık kılıcı alabiliriz.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillian was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
But years later, with Zinbal's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. The plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Dillion'un babası mı?
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
Hadi bakalım gelin lan. Bundan sonra hiçbirinize geçit yok. Alayını keseceğim. Bu biraz farklı ya.
You're close.
The sea of corpses.
Oo, hele mi geldik
Corpse
biz?
waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had
Mortal
sailed from the
Kombat'taki
land of
Scorpion'un
shining
dövüş alanına benziyor. Altta böyle
Their memorial
lavlar,
stone is
eller falan
secret.
vardı, kuru kafalar.
Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword.
Çok fena burası ya.
Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
She's lost. She doesn't know where she's
Oo,
trying
şuna
to
bak.
get to.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on the father Zinbel, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
Gelin lan, alayınızı keseceğim. Gelin. Alayınızı kestim, alayınızı. Hadi var mı başka? Gelin.
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Senua? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices.
Your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
It's growing. It's coming back. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike it. End it. Watch out. Fight it. Watch out. He's stronger than you. It's not over. It's not over. They're winning. Behind you. She's ready. Ready. Remember your training.
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he would thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Piçe bak ya. Oh şükürler olsun. O kadar çok geldik ki herhalde oyunun sonlarına yaklaştık ya. Arka arkaya kesiyorum. Durmadan geliyor. Hele mi geldik acaba? Biliyorum işte. Bu ağacın kökleri mi ya? Neresi burası? Of. Ortam çok fena.
I can't fight it anymore.
Savaşçı ünvanını kazandık. Tüm başarılarını ekledik. Neredesin anne? Senin yanında olmak istiyorum. Hadi bakalım nereden başlayacağız şimdi? O gece dünyadan vazgeçti. Annesinin adımlarını takip etmeye karar verdi. Karanlığın ona ulaşamayacağı bir yere gitmek için. Yüzümüzdeki savaş boyaları yok.
Senua. Look at me.
Onları duyuyor musun? Bilinç arıyorlar. Senua iyice kafayı yedi ya.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father.
I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar.
Senua'nın
He's
içindeki
poison.
karanlık iyice büyüdü. Psikopata bağlamaya
His
başladı iyice.
words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us?
Geldi işte Dillion yanımızda. Amacımız buydu zaten.
Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind.
En zor savaşlar zihinde verilir.
He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope.
Sonunda. Bakalım. Aslında burada bölümü sonlandırmak istiyorum. Kalan kısmı diğer tarafta çekmek istiyorum da. Yani diğer bir günde. Ama oyun sarıyor, oynadıkça oynamak istiyor insan.
I'm here to help you. Senua. We're back.
Sağ tarafta da bir yol vardı ama biz ana yolu takip edelim.
Where have you been? Here she is. Don't worry. We're here to help you. You don't have to do this on your own anymore. You need. There's a way in.
Into the mountain.
Can you see it?
Shall we tell them where to go?
İçeri girmenin bir yolu var. Yukarı bak.
Go on. Look up. Just up there. Listen to us. That's it.
Hemen baktık yukarı, merdiveni gördük.
Shall we?
Does she know which way to look? Does she know her way into the mountain?
She's a good girl. Oh, isn't she? Look up. So clever. Did you miss us? Oh, she did. She did.
Are you glad we're back?
She's so glad we're back. Go
We
on.
know which way to go.
There's a door. You can do it.
You can see it.
Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
Evet, sonunda bu kapıya ulaştık.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature.
Nasıl bir karanlık varmış ki ejderhaya dönüşmüş oldu. Neyse şimdi etrafa odaklanalım.
What is it? She can feel it. No. Don't open the door. No, go in. Don't turn back.
What's in there?
A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name.
Büyük bir canavar varmış.
And it knows
Adı
you are here,
Garm'mış.
Senua. It can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua?
Ama aydınlıkta kalmamı istiyor.
If you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows,
They can't stop me.
then do it. The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Tırstım şimdi. Buradan hiç durmadan basmamız lazım. İlk gördüğümüz ışığa kadar. Hadi bakalım. Meşale al diyor. Al meşaleyi hemen.
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here.
Canavar hala buradaymış. Bu kim? Canavar. Hayır, annesi gelene. Bu bir tuzak.
Mother, do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now.
They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead.
No,
They want me with them.
stop.
That's why they crawl through the walls.
Don't
Do you
listen to them.
see them? Do you see their faces?
He's coming. Senua, help me. Help, get me out of here. Don't go.
She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
She can't remember when it started. Or when her mother
Tamam,
lost her
şekillerimiz
smile.
belli oldu. Bulalım şekillerimizi.
Her eyes gazing past her
Geriye
towards a
döneceğim
world
sanırım.
she
Orada
couldn't see.
bulacağız yavaş yavaş.
This is what happens if you reach for the underworld.
Buradan başlayalım bakalım. Açıyor mu burayı? Açmadı.
It was a lot to take in for a child.
Sol tarafta bir yol var. Oradan gidelim.
The cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father. Sinbel. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her.
İlk şekil sanırım bu tarafta ya.
But it doesn't matter now, does
Bakalım.
it?
Keep going. She'll have to go under. She has to. They told her to go out. She can do it. The light's gone out. Run! Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here. Run! Run! You can get to the light. Get to the light. Stop! Stop! Stay! Stay there. You have to rest.
Orada meşaleyi tekrar yakacağız galiba.
She's stuck. She hasn't found the rooms. Get the next light. Let's go quickly. Run!
Hadi yak. Ha, yanmıyor ki yaksın. İlk şekli burada bulacağız. Bir bulalım ilk önce. Ya. Şuradaki ateş var ya, onu alalım.
She will. She has to make it. Where's the switch?
Tamam, artık sıkıntı çekmeyiz. Bütün meşaleleri yakacağım şimdi, her tarafı aydınlatacağım. Bu bir. Bu iki. Hadi bakalım. Bu üç. Var mı etrafta başka meşale? Şurada arada var sanırım. Şu bölgeyi bitireyim, o aradakileri de yakarım. Var mı başka orada? Yok.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Can you feel them? Can you see them? Where are they? She can't see. She doesn't know. Look. Use your eyes.
Şimdi güzelce bakalım. İlk şekil burada sanırım. Ha, suda yansımasını yakalayacağız. Tamam. Güzel. Güzel düşünmüşler. Buradaki ürünü beğendim. Başka ürün yok galiba burada. Yok. Şimdi diğerini yapalım. Nerede? Burada bir yerde çıkıyordu bir tane değil mi sürekli?
Just another trial. Just another trick. Just to distract her from her real mission. You think you're dead? Your mother is anything. And Dillian is dead. Save Dillian.
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men.
Sağdan mı gideyim soldan mı sen söyle.
Wealthy until that day, and he takes the treasure.
Sağdan gidemiyoruz zaten. Yüksekmiş. Mecburen soldan gideceğim. İkinci ürünü bulmak için koşturuyorum şu an. Ama ben bir şey giriyor zannettim var ya, acayip korktum. İçim titredi böyle bir an.
The light won't save her. She can sense it.
She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna defend.
Using salt.
It's hurt. There's blood. It's nearly over. Finish it. There's more. Be ready. He's defend himself. End it. She did it. You can't go anywhere without your light. Take the torch and move.
Ceset dolu burası ya, çok fena olmuş. Buraya geldik de burada bir şey yok ki. İnşallah geride bir şey bırakmamışızdır. Ha, bir dakika, burada bir şekiller çıkıyor. Güzelce bakalım da burada rün var ya bir tane ya. Buldum.
She has it. She did it. She's done it. Well done.
This place.
Son ürünümüz kaldı. Onunla bulduk mu kapıyı açacağız.
Suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl. Imprisoned in her room at night. The faces in the dark, coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
Bütün bu olaylar Senua'nın zihninde oluyor. Akıl hastası olduğu için maalesef. Sonuncuyu bulmamız lazım. Ya buradan gittik zaten. İlkini bulduk da acaba aşağıda kaçırdığımız bir şey mi var? Bence aşağı bir daha gideyim. Dikkatlice bakayım etrafa. Burada yapacak bir şeyimiz yok. Kontrol etmek için geldim buraya. Bakalım. Tamam, buradan çıkalım ya. Bir daha gelmeyelim buraya. En azından emin olduk yani. Bir eksiğimiz kalmadı burada. O zaman üst tarafta. Orada inceden gözden bir şey kaçırıyoruz büyük ihtimalle. Buraya atlamadık. O da aşağıdan geçtiğimiz yol olması lazım. Hiçbir şey bulamazsak atlarız gerekirse. Bu kapıyı açamadık. Şu kapıyı arkadan bir zorlayalım mı? Belki açılır. Tek gitmedim yer burası kaldı ya. Tamam, burayı da hallettik. Bence bu seferki sona kalan simge uyarı vermiyor. Uyarı vermeden bulacağız herhalde. Bir harfler çıkıyor her tarafta yaklaşınca. B'de oynuyordum ya ara sıra. Ondan takip etmiş olabilirsin. Senaryo modlu oyunlar da çekiyorum ben. YouTube kanalına atıyorum, böyle ufak çaplı oynuyoruz. Belki 3. ürün buralarda bir yerdedir. Ama burada ürün göstermiyor fokuslanınca. Bir yerde bir şey atlıyoruz ama. Bakalım, aklıma fikir geldi ama. En son girdiğimiz bir oda vardı ya. Orada bir ürün bulduk. Belki odada çift ürün vardı. Biz bir tanesini bulduk, çıktık. Odaya tekrar gireceğim, kontrol edeceğim.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain will forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother, still has the pieces, and so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Giderek menüye döndüm. Geri yükledim. Acaba hani oyun bir takıldı, bir şey mi oldu? Yeniden yüklesin dedim.
Too dangerous. The lights. Look at the lights. This is all your fault. The gods are in our way.
Zifiri karanlık ya orası. Zifiri karanlık olduğu için aşağı iniş var zannediyoruz ama yukarıda çıkış varmış.
She's too slow. It's not going to burn out. The darkness will come again. You have all the runes.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness. We found your mother, and used her here.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
It's a trap. The beast is coming. Sleep with me.
Run away from the beast! You'll be nothing!
What have you done?
Eyvah.
You've lost it. It's over.
Gitti. Kafa olmadan ruhu asla geri getiremeyeceksin. Onun kaderi yürü. Dilyo.
Now I can see you
Artık
at
senin
your
zayıf halini görebiliyoruz. Çocukken
time you suffered
Dilyo'nun
as a
hasatıyla
child,
yanıp
perhaps
tutuşurken
your
babam
father's in the
ellerinde acı
world.
çektiğin zamanları.
Do you remember that darkness?
Bu karanlığı hatırlıyor musun Senua?
The beast is bringing it back.
Mother, why did you leave me? This darkness, it's spreading.
Gittikçe akıl sağlığını kaybediyor. Ondan bahsediyor. Bu karanlık yayılıyor
Father's
derken.
keeping me away from the others. Away from Tilly. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Tilly.
Dilyo'nu bulmamız lazım. Bölümü burada keselim arkadaşlar. Diğer günlerde yeni bölüm çekeriz. İzlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. İyi akşamlar herkese.